Hello, it's September 5, 2025, and we have been flooded. Surprise. Exactly after 11 years, on the same date, the history has repeated itself. Our area has been submerged, although the water level was way too less than it otherwise was in 2014. The river level didn't recede until it flooded the area. Now, there are many people who say that it was a deliberate attempt and this was made to flood this area in order to save the rest of the city. Now, God knows what is wrong and what's right. And I have also been reiterating the fact that it was a forced breach rather than a breach in itself. So, anyways, so I have left for gym as there is nothing much to do at home rather than getting those refrigerators and deep freezers back down from the elevated surfaces and putting those mats back on the surface. It was a pretty difficult task, but during my workout sessions I feel pretty comfortable in lifting the heavy weights. I'm heading gym, and this is an abnormal route. Not an abnormal, I can say that I do not usually follow this path because I go through the highway. Now, the reason that I didn't go through the highway is because the highway is disconnected from us. The link road connecting from my home to the highway is underwater. I talked about that way in other videos. It's called Shalkai. So today, right now, I'm driving through Summerbrook. It is my mother's home and my nanny's home, you can say. We call it Matamal in our language. Mama's home, where she was born. So I have spent a lot of my childhood over here. On my left is graveyard where the people, the elders from our Nanihal or Matamal are buried. This is a very old village. Not much has changed over here. Just this road has been macadamized. Rest of the things remain same. The shop over there is same when I was child. Then there are a few other structures have come up, but more or less things have not changed. Now, while going through this path, some of the old memories visit me. And there has been one development, that is this Jammu and Kashmir Bank branch has come up in this village and an ATM over here. And there is this entire sort of shopping complex which has come up. Now the village from over here is called Golipura. It's an adjacent village to the Summerbrook. And I forgot to mention that I came from yet another village called Shalina. It's a narrow path and it will be having a traffic later on. Right now it's empty. I'm able to go through the road without taking much of the time. In 2014, this entire area was flooded. This bund was underwater, and the Jhelum that you will see in a couple of meters away was combined with the flood water from the other side. You can see, if you can see, the rice fields on the left are almost ready to be harvested. Same was the case with the rice fields in Tengan, where the water is still going up. Most of the crop will be destroyed because of the flood that has inundated it. You can see this flood water, river water over here, and on my right it's a Jhelum river, and on the other side of the Jhelum is this big building. I don't know what's written in Hindi, but I saw a lot of charging slots for the red buses in that. I believe it's a sort of the charging station for them. Now if I continue, it's going to be a very, very long video. You can see these puppies coming out from nowhere. They sometimes tend to play with the car because they have no knowledge that the car is lethal and it can run over us. Talking about puppies, I love them. They look very cute. I was coming back from highway on one of the days, and I saw a pup being run over. Its leg was chopped off and it was wiggling with the pain. I felt sorry and I could do absolutely nothing. Now this road from here to the main highway is devastated. The reason is that this is an industrial area. You can see the stone crushers on my left, and same sort of factories are situated all along this road from here to the highway and beyond this point backwards till Pampur. They crush the stones to be used for construction in buildings and then for road construction as well. So the traffic from this road is heavy to very extremely heavy. And then there are those sort of trucks we call dumpers. Those dumpers are very, very heavy because they take a shitload of load on them, and when they move, they really vibrate the earth beneath them. So the point I have reached is called Satbon or Seven Chinar. If you can count these maple chinar trees in front of me, there are 7 in numbers. There are so many stories associated with them. When I was little, I used to stay in Lasjan. Lasjan is a nearby village. And we used to be told lots of stories about these 7 chinars. I don't know what is the history behind them, why they are 7, who saw them like this on the bank of a river Jhelum. But it has been sort of scary for us as children to move from here. They have been numbered so that maybe also. So there are 7 in number. Otherwise they seem to be 6, but there is one having it. 2 of them seem to be combined and they have been numbered. Just on the river Jhelum, we were told that there is a palace of fairies under the water because they are situated on the bank of river Jhelum. we're told that there is a lot of water, and there's a palace of fairies under the water, and if somebody goes there, they will take him, and they'll marry him, and he'll never come back. So they fall in love with a boy, and they take him with them, and then they don't know that he cannot breathe underwater, but they still take him anyways, and the person dies just because of suffocation. And that's it. That's what we were told. So we were really very scared of going through that place. Otherwise, this was the point which was in between my home and this place in Lajjan. They were partners of my dad, and they were a very good family. They loved me a lot, and I loved them back. So yes, and that's it from this point. You can see this path over here. It is completely destroyed. I seem to be doing an off-roading, and the slower I go, the more bumps I'll feel. So I'll increase the speed a little so that I can get away with this path very quickly. This path is usually inhabited by the workshops for the tippers, trucks, and everything else. I never used to come from here. We used to come from here only when we were children. I used to go to school. It has been a long time, but this is my second visit since yesterday. And I could just imagine how difficult our childhood had been. We had been coming to the school from that far remote area through these paths and going to the school. My dad used to be late, but then I believe that the time other school children used to leave for school, we used to leave much earlier than them, because we had been living so far from that place and the path has been so bad, it would have taken us time to actually reach to the school. So that's why we missed assembly and the first class in the morning. Now this place over here is called the Lajjan. The road is slightly better, and I will be connecting to the main path which I usually travel. After some time. So people are going to work. This place also used to be inundated with floods, has been left out, and the water levels from both the sides are receding now. It has been more of a joke than a flood, but much of the destruction has already been done. Lots of work is needed to be done to restore things, because some of my neighbors' houses had got water inside their house. So this is Lajjan, and on my left is a path to the playground where we used to play cricket mostly, and we also used to eat prayers in this ground, which was located just behind these shops. So what else? So this is our usual path. This is not too good but not too bad either. I think that it has been optimized in the recent past. That's why it does not have potholes. My voice over the other side would have been very, very rough, because the path was very rough, and moreover, given to the fact that the car I'm driving is actually an off-road car, so it will make you feel the bumps. And it's not a sedan where you do not feel bumps. It's a SUV particularly made for these rough roads, having a much more ground clearance than the other cars which are not off-road. So this here I have joined the path which I usually travel to go to the gym. Now that is the path that I have to follow every day in order to go to the gym. It's going to be very dizzy. I seriously feel completely I feel very dizzy right now because my head has been bumping left, right, center. Here is the Jhelum again, and the water levels over here seem to be not much had receded, but yeah, the mark on the path shows that maybe it's 3 feet down now. So I'll keep my hand down. I've been recording for quite a while. Is there anything else that I need to mention? Nothing much. My dad and me had a rift over whether we should get things up or not. I was telling his experience. I told him that your experience will not count because the situation has changed. But ultimately he was right. The water didn't come in, but I had taken up most of the things, and the other things would have been very easy to take up. I had kept my car at one of the places. Fortunately, I brought it back. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to move to gym today and then go to the workplace. I don't like to sit idle. I like to work, and today I have a case listed which I'm doing sort of pro bono. And if I'm able to stay the proceedings of the lower court, it will be a sort of relief to my client and a gap for me to a feather in my a ruffling feather, I can say. I don't know how to say it, but I have been reading it. It's a feather in your cap of a winning streak. So I really want to win it because there is a technical error in this case which the magistrate have not been able to take cognizance of or take consideration of. So that's what I have to do. I have to make the judge aware of the mistake that has been ignored as far as this complaint is concerned. So that's it from today's podcast and a journal entry. We'll meet again in the next. Till then, take care of yourself and take care of those who take care of you. Thank you. देखें जालिम का लेवल यहाँ तक था कल, कुछ इंचेस नीचे हुआ। बाकी जो वैन कट गया है वो यहाँ से कंटिन्यू हो रहा है किसी जगह पे।
Sepenin bu antına ağaçı kanka. Bir de bakacağım o geri doğru.